your breath to guide the movement. As you're ready, inhale, arms lift up overhead. And exhale, creasing at the hip, coming forward, coming into your plank position. Shoulders right in line with your wrists, belly toned in towards the lumbar spine. Exhale, reach those hips back for a downward facing dog. Nice bend in those knees. And then inhaling, coming forward for an upward facing dog. Let the chest lift up the staircase, shoulders down the back, belly stays nice and toned. Exhale, back for downward dog, lengthening the spine one more time. And then as you're ready, stepping the left foot forward, bending that back knee slightly, walking your hands up the leg or up the staircase, and then keeping that belly in, nice front of the thigh stretch here. Slowly extend that front leg for a hamstring opener, keeping your back nice and long, and wherever you need to be, you don't need to come down super far for this. Just make sure that wherever you're coming to, your back stays nice and extended, not rounded. And then coming into a twist, crossing the right arm over to the wall or staircase to the side of your left leg. And as you exhale, turning the rib cage to the left, keeping that left hip down away from the ribs as you twist. Making your way back through center, and then bending that front knee, turning the hips open a little bit here for your reverse warrior. So extending that left arm up towards the sky on a big inhalation. And then as you exhale, coming into your triangle pose, straightening that front leg, breathing here. And then inhaling, bending that front knee, and coming into your extended side angle. Right arm lengthens up alongside the ear as you turn the ribs to the right. And maybe using the variation of bringing that right arm behind your right hip to open that shoulder. And as you're ready, you're going to take your right hand back to the stairs, pushing back to plank position and making your way back to downward facing dog to extend through the spine. Bend those knees, reach the hips back, and then right leg steps forward. Again, bending that back leg. Belly stays tight in here, so you're stretching the front of that left thigh. Use the stairway to help you extend your spine. And if you're ready, you can extend the arms up overhead, maybe spiraling that back heel down for a warrior one variation. And then coming into your hamstring stretch, extending that right leg, extending the spine as you come forward, deepening that right hip crease away from the ribs. Little softness in that front knee so you're not locking your legs. And coming into your revolved triangle here. So twisting over to the right, keep that right shoulder down away from the right ear. And slowly opening the hips up now for your reverse warrior. So big inhalation, right arm lifts up and over the head, lengthening that right side waist, and exhaling your way into your triangle position. So straighten the right leg, right hand comes down to the staircase or the shin, and turning the ribs to the left. Slowly bend that front knee and extending the left arm up and over the head. Palm faces down towards the stairs so you can really extend through that left side, or you can even use the wall or the staircase to help you deepen that twist here. Ribs turn to the left. Both hands back down to the stair, step back to your plank position and through to downward dog. Big reach through those legs, big reach through the spine. And then walking the feet forward, bringing the hands right underneath the shoulders, wherever that means for you, whichever stair you need to do that on, and extending the left leg back for a warrior 3 variation. Make sure the hips are facing down towards the floor, toes of that back left foot are facing down towards the floor. And then revolving this, if it's in your practice, you can turn the chest over to the right, using the stairway for balance, and possibly extending the arms over the head, squaring the hips towards the floor, and reaching through the fingertips, reaching through the heel, really lengthening the spine. And your right arm's going to come back down to the stairs. Left hand's going to come to the hip for a moment as you spiral the hips open for half moon pose. If this feels okay, you can extend the left arm up towards the sky. If your neck bothers you, always turn your head down towards the stairs or down towards the bottom arm. And then squaring the hips off again, releasing that left foot from the wall. And then the right leg is going to extend up and back Again, hips stay squared off towards the floor. Right toes are facing directly down towards the floor. And as you're ready, revolving your pose if you did so on the other side. Turning the chest over to the left. Keeping the head directly in line with the pelvis. Make sure you're not locking out that bottom leg. And you can use the stairs or the wall to help you turn. And then as you're ready, coming back into your half moon pose. So opening the hips up to the right now and revolving the chest skyward. Right arm releases. And finally releasing the right leg back down to meet the left. Coming forward now into our upper back Pinchamayurasana prep pose. So elbows to the stairs, head reaches down onto the stairs, completely releasing your neck and extending through your fingers, breathing into the upper back, a little bend in those knees so you're not rounding your spine. And go on whatever step makes sense for your body. So if you've got tighter hamstrings, you might be a little bit up higher on the staircase. That's totally fine. Slowly making your way out of the pose, nice open chest. Bend those knees as you come up. And then turning around to sit on the stairs. Extending each leg out in front of you. Toes are flexed. Knees are not locked. So a little space behind those knees as you come forward with a nice long spine. And keep your hands on whatever stair makes sense for your flexibility, your mobility here. Shoulders down away from the ears. Nice long spine. And then bending both legs in, coming into ankle to knee pose. So we'll cross the left ankle across the right knee first. Flex those left toes. And you can either stay right here extending the spine, or to deepen the stretch of the outer hip and the piriformis, you can lift that right foot up onto the bottom step. Keeping that back nice and long, shoulders down away from the ears, breathe into the pelvis. And then extending that right leg long, keep the left foot up on the step as we come into our twist. So making your way into this revolved pose where you are reaching your right arm on the outside of that left knee. You can use, again, the stair rails to help you deepen this twist. Extending through the crown of your head on your inhalation, and as you exhale, twisting back to center. Coming back through our Paschimottanasana, hamstring opener here between the two sides, so get some symmetry after our twist. Again, pressing into the stairs to help you lengthen that spine, rolling the chest forward, and then at the last possible moment you can exhale, let everything become soft in the front of the body, let the head go. And slowly coming back up, crossing the right ankle over the left knee now, flex those right toes, coming forward a little bit if it's in your mobility. And if you want to deepen the stretch, you can lift that left foot up on the bottom stairs, extending the spine forward, breathing into the pelvis. And releasing that right foot down onto the stair, extending the left foot forward, coming forward for a moment, and then moving into your twist. So left arm goes to the outside of that right knee, or just hugging the knee if that's in your range. And then using the stair rails or the wall to help you rotate the spine to the right. Inhaling, extending the spine, and exhaling back through center. Stretching both legs out, coming back into that symmetrical hamstring pose. And then as you're ready, bend those knees in. And the feet are going to come up onto the bottom stair now. Elbows pressed down into the knees to extend the spine. Really reach through those fingers. Pull the shoulders down away from the ears. And if it's in your practice, for an arm balance here, you can come into this crow pose variation. Feet are on the bottom step. Knees hugging in towards the midline on the backs of the upper arms. And you can either leave your toes on the stairs, or you can practice lifting the toes off for a balance. And coming back to sit. Coming into a nice deep squat position here too. Elbows inside the knees this time. Stretching the groin. Hands in prayer. And then bring the feet back down to the floor for one last little traction here. So elbows to the outsides of the knees, pulling back on the knees, extending the spine, shoulders back away from the ears. Keep the belly nice and firm as you stand up We'll do a few reps through chair pose here. So bending the knees, reach those hips way back, belly in. Sit down on the chair and lean the body forward. So you're moving forward in space when you stand up. And as you exhale, coming back down to sit. One more time, forward like an arrow through your spine, all the way up to stand. And then coming into a front of the thigh stretch here. So you can hold on to the left foot with the left hand and stay right there if that's enough for you. Or to deepen the stretch, you can bring the left knee back to the stairs, press down on the stair rails and extend the chest up. Big front of the thigh stretch here. You can move the hands backwards in space a little bit for a little bit of a chest opener if you have the range. Step the left leg forward. And second side, holding on with the left hand, and then the right hand goes to the right foot. And if you did so on the other side, bring that right knee back to the stairs. Square the hips off. Pull the belly in, big front of the thigh stretch, and breathe. And the right foot steps forward to meet the left. Coming now into a nice chest opener, so hands swing down and back. Make sure they're even. Little bend in the elbows here. Shoulders down the back, chest lifts up. Breathe all the way up into the collarbones. Eyes stay forward. And then finally ending with our side bend here. So right arm lifts up and over. And left arm lifts up and over. Maybe extending the hands to the wall, but using that stairwell to help you lengthen the side waist, and coming back to Tadasana.